The Dolemite explosion, aka Dolemite 2000, aka Return to Dolemite, aka Dolemite 2002. Rudy Ray Moore said, "Oh, I'm getting old, so I'm going to take the rest of my money and make one more movie." So he teamed up with some fucking guy whose name I can't fucking pronounce. And they set out to make this new Dolomite movie. Unfortunately, his business partner was shady as fuck, would show up with the equipment 4 hours late. Often, uh, Jerry Jones worked on the script, but from what I read, the script was kind of not really there, and there was a lot of ad libbing and shit, and there was just a shit ton of fucking problems with this. As I'm sure you noticed in the movie, Rudy Ray Moore isn't in the best shape. He's pretty much walking around diabetic eyed, blind as fuck. Uh, he died on set legally because he didn't take his insulin. So he was pronounced dead on set. And Jimmy Lynch was just like, "Oh no, he does this all the time. Just give him a shot of insulin and he'll be back at it." So they did, and then he was fucking pronounced alive again. And just shit was fucked up with the movie. They had to bring in fucking Ron Hall, who he makes some good movies there, Joe, to finish this one up. And yeah, it was just a messy, muddled production, and Rudy didn't like it. And it is what it is, Joe. It's a mess of a movie that, while it is entertaining, it's definitely a step down from the four core Rudy Ray Moore films. However, it is severely Belly 2 esque. So I would assume that you love this movie, Joe.
I thought it was pretty good, Tom. Uh, so in this one, Dolomite's been in Africa for a while. But, man, those the street they're getting out of hand. You know, people getting shot left and right, and Dolomite's sister says, "Hey, you need to come back, Dolomite. You need to
Did
come."
you notice who Dolomite's sister was?
Dead. Uh, and
Okay.
does. He comes back,
Who
brings
was she, Joe?
he brings along his two sons with him. You know, so he's got sons in this. But not only that, while in Africa, he somehow got lightning powers, and they explain, that a little later. But he can shoot lightning from his hands, and it does all kinds of shit. It can stop time. It can just blow a motherfucker away. Uh, I don't remember what else it does, but anyway,
So
he
it's not really his hands as much as it is one fingernail he grew really long, and it just kind of gives him Petey Wheatstraw powers. This whole movie's just like kind of cherry picking from stuff that he liked from the four previous movies.
well, see,
It's
runs into the brother of an old villain, an old nemesis, Willie Green's brother from the first Dolomite movie is the big bad in this one. And
what's his name?
I don't remember his name in this.
Well, that's because they called him three different names, Joe.
Kind of confused, It's like they just call him Willie Green, but he's Willie Green's brother.
No, they didn't. They called him Almo Green, Almo. They called him Elmo Green, Elmo. And they called him Alamo Green, Alamo.
I don't know. Uh, Dolomite's got to karate his way.
And he is played by Mr. Motion Jimmy Lynch.
He's got to, you know, get some ladies to stand up in it. Uh,
Jesus Christ, Joe. You want to fucking describe this fucking holy hell of an erotic scene?
uh, Dolomite pulls up on two ladies that are walking down the street,
What
and
kind of ladies, Joe?
not very attractive ladies. You know, they're just they're a little on the heavier side, but hey, that's never bothered Dolomite. You know, aside from these two ladies, like there's some karate ladies that are a lot.
So you're not going to talk about how he took them into the back of the SUV, opened up the trunk of the SUV, pulled his pants down, and fucked them through their pants?
No, I'm not going to talk about that,
All
Tom.
right. Well, it was a sex scene where it was supposed to be Dolomite having sex with these, just average, everyday women. There was nothing like, oh, they brought strippers in. And he was just like, hey, ladies, you know me. They're just like, oh, shit, it's that bad, bad Dolomite. Oh, that's right. Meet me in the back. And then he proceeds to have a stunt double come in, or a stunt cock, if you will. And you just see this guy's ass thrusting into these ladies' fucking pelvis areas, their vagina areas. But they're clearly wearing their pants all the way up as tight as they possibly can. And God damn, is this fucking not what Rudy Ray Moore movies were? He had some silly fucking sex scenes, but this is just something else. All this was a showcase to promote a new song, Stand Up in It, which wasn't very good. And that's the only reason that very, very long sex scene is in the movie, just to try and get that over.
Definitely.
As you can see on the cover right there, it says, oh, featuring the hit new track Stand Up in It, or whatever the fuck it says. So they were really banking on that to be something, Joe.
Yeah, it definitely seems out of place in the movie, and they could cut it, not lose a damn thing. But the movie overall, I think it's got some funny shit. It's the low budget type shit that's even lower budget than the first two Dolomite movies.
Like,
Much.
realistically, this is a step above a backyard production. How many steps are there? How big are the steps? I don't know, but it's a step above a backyard production.
But I thought it was funny. Sometimes, like the first few Dolomites, it was intentional, and some of the laughs are unintentional. And the fucking karate looks better. It's better choreographed.
Well, that's because they have a stunt double coming in and obscuring his face and doing like flips and shit.
Hmm? Yeah, yeah, no shit. Um,
Well, you have to say that because maybe these people haven't seen the movie and they're wondering.
well, I mean, they can go fucking subscribe to Brown Day to watch it if they want. Uh, yeah, I mean, I'm glad I watched it. I mean, I'll probably, I don't know, maybe I will watch it again at some point. I think I enjoy it probably more than or at least on the same level as Disco Godfather. You know.
It is funny and it is an entertaining movie, but it's kind of sad. It doesn't really have the charm of the other ones, and this one plays more as a so bad it's good movie than the other ones do. Uh there's the Rudy Ray Moore movies, they're known for just kind of ending. Well, they lost the footage for the end of this movie. So this one just kind of fucking ends. And I'm shocked that you didn't bring this one up because you're a fucking pervert. But there's another fucking sex scene in this movie, and this lady walks in. You're just like, all right, all right. This is where the money and the budget went. Okay, okay. And then she pops her top off, and everybody puked. These were the biggest fucking breast enlargement scars I think there have ever fucking been.
It looked
It,
like a painful surgery and aftercare, and it's like she did not spend a whole lot of money to get that work done.
I shout out to her for being fucking confident enough to fucking do that shit, but it seems like this was 2 weeks after the surgery, the day after the redness went away. She's like, all right, I can start working now. It was fucked. And then Rudy Ray Moore is just so old. I said diabetic eyed, but there's no other way to describe his fucking eyes in this movie because they're just so fucked up and puffy. They're barely open and shit. And he's just, it's fucking like if you've never seen a Dolemite before and don't have the appreciation and respect for him, you would think this movie is fucking hilarious because it's just this crazy ass old man doing this wild ass shit. That's why I'm saying, like, I think it would work pretty fucking good as a so bad it's good movie if you haven't watched any of the other ones, but it's it's not awesome for being the final Rudy Ray Moore movie. Like it's cool to see him and Jerry Jones and Jimmy Lynch together. I think Lady Reeve had died before this, so unfortunately she wasn't able to make it. But it's yeah, it just
I'm glad this was his last movie instead of Shaolin Dynamite or Shaolin Dolomite, because you know, that was just a fucking embarrassment. His scenes in it anyway, it's just what the fuck.
what the fuck? Like
And this
what the
this one has like some ridiculous shit like the fucking bad guy having a talent show in his fucking apartment or whatever,
Dolomite Sons, they're not used at all. I'm pretty sure they're mentally challenged. Like they come off seriously fucking like something's fucked up with the chromosomes. I don't know. They don't do fucking shit. Um Magic Fingernail, the movie? What the fuck? I don't know what else to say. Fuck. So yeah, Rudy Ray Moore died because of complications of diabetes, and that was the end. And for a while, the only way to watch this was what was it? Part of the Dolomite Total Experience box set. So I had to buy this box set, even though I already owned all these movies, just to get this one. And boy, was I disappointed the first time I watched it. Holy shit.